Just want to do a short video, a little bit, because, well, number one, we got asked a couple questions and I just want to answer them. And instead of just doing the comments, I can answer anybody else. We get asked, we've gotten asked a few times, I know I've talked about this a little bit, but we get asked where we find these cool things. And honestly, I'll start with Peyton saying she wanted to do a project car. So we got one that was, running and driving and, just ugly as all get out. So then we started working on that. And then, we got the T-Bucket. Well, the T-Bucket was just to buy and to sell. So we took that money and we bought the Speedster and the Sport Coupe. We had that first. And then along came the Roadster body and the Sport Coupe left. So here's how we find things. One, we get very, very lucky. Sometimes you just happen to see it, send a message, and you're on the way. But most of the time, we look on Craigslist, and we don't just look on cars, we look on parts or general or that kind of thing. You never know what you're gonna find. I've even seen some in wheels and tires. So that's how we find some of them. Facebook Marketplace, everybody's probably on that one. The other thing that we do is, now when I bought that Sport Coupe, I had actually found it, and I was talking to the gentleman, Mr. Gaylord, who owned it. And it snowed, it stayed snowing. So I didn't get a chance. He put it away in his barn, which you've seen, which is one of the coolest places ever. But I saved his name, Gaylord Model A. That's the other thing I do. I save who they are and what they have, and I call them. I missed out on a coupe. It was more running. It was complete and it looked beautiful. It had been channeled and it was awesome. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I saved his name and what he had, because when I was selling something that I had, and when I did, I had missed it by about 2 weeks, he said. Now this one, the Speedster body and frame, I found it on Marketplace, and I'd seen it, I think, a few months prior, and then it was off, and I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's sold. Pop back up. So I asked the guy, I was like, all right, look, tell me about it. We struck a deal before I even got down there. He goes, it's this amount of money, or, you can kick rocks. So I went down there and started, and it did everything it was supposed to do, and it had a title, so hey. And then the Roadster body. How I ended up with that is there was someone who had a Sport Coupe with some extra parts, and I thought, well, it's worth the message, even though it was old. It was an old ad, but I'm not afraid to do that and just ask, hey, do you happen to have these? And if not, sorry for bothering you. I know it's an older ad. And I don't ask, is this still available? Because everyone hates that. I just ask, hey, I know this is an older ad. Are these still around, or, whatever. He said, oh man, I forgot to take that down. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have that up anymore because it's been gone for a long time. Well, I said, hey, appreciate you. Thanks for your time. 2 days later, I got a message back saying, you know what? I know you were looking for that stuff, but I have something else. And he had a coupe body, the leatherback coupe, which is they call it the special coupe, which is actually it's really cool. It's got, fabric on the back. He had one of those with a frame, and he had a Roadster pickup that he was just kind of putting together to get ready to sell, but wasn't done yet. And then he told me about this Roadster body. I was literally setting up when I was coming the following weekend. He said, okay, yep, I won't list that one. I'll give you first shot at it. Drove down, paid the man. He was basically like, I'm not negotiating. This is what I want. Paid him. Sometimes you got to pay for what you want. It's a real Roadster. So, put him back in the pickup. And then I sent that Sport Coupe down the line. Because, I was going to put this on there, right? Well, the gentleman that I gave that to, or sold that to, he didn't really want it. And we struck a deal, and here it is back. So, tell you what, the other thing I do is I save phone numbers and stuff of contacts that people give me. too. And then I, of course, reference, hey, this person said that you were looking for this. He gave me your number. Sorry if I'm bothering you, kind of deal. Honestly, that's kind of how we do it. Most of the time it's luck, but it's also being, kind of Johnny on the spot and and be willing to pay what they want if they're, not willing to negotiate. Of course, if it's not within reason, don't be afraid to go home. But just keep looking, save phone numbers, talk to somebody. If there's a car club or whatever in your area, you see someone who's got a car that you like or that you have maybe, ask him where he found his parts. Or her, sorry, not just guys. But getting out of your comfort zone. All right, so hope that kind of clears some of that up. If not, I will keep answering questions. I don't mind at all. It's actually kind of fun because I tell you how I found some of this junk. And one of the best things to do, find that old guy with a super cool hot rod, because I guarantee he's got stuff. Guaranteed. I showed you Mike's barn, remember? Yeah, he's got stuff in there. Stuff that you haven't even coming close to seeing. Anyway, hope that does the thing. Okay, have an update for you guys too before we shut this one down today. It's on the podcast. So the podcast of Diesel Queen was recorded today, and it will be out. There's one more that's ahead of us, and then this one's going to be out. And Diesel Queen said she would let us know when it's going to come out, and then I will definitely share that on here with you guys. If you have other questions on how we find our stuff, please let me know, because I definitely enjoy talking about our finds and kind of how we do it. So keep on wrenching and have a great day.